As a PC gamer, it's always an exciting time when that next generation of hardware is released. It means increased performance and capabilities in the games that you play. Well, I'm super stoked because for me, guys, today's that day. How's it going, everybody? Force here, and today I'm really excited because the great folks over at NVIDIA have sent me over their latest graphics card, the NVIDIA Pascal GeForce GTX 1080. That's a lot of words. Thanks first of all so much to them for sending this over and sponsoring this video. And of course, thanks to you guys, as always, because if it weren't for you, this wouldn't be possible. No one would be sending me video cards or sponsoring my videos if it weren't for you lovely people watching them. So appreciate you, thank you. And let's take a look at this card, all right? What I wanted to do is I wanted to see what kind of performance we could get out of this thing. So what I decided to do is crank Overwatch all the way up. I've maxed out the settings, everything as high as it can go, just to see how it would run on this brand new card. And I wasn't disappointed. I was consistently in the middle of gameplay, even in frantic firefights, getting over 160 FPS, sometimes going up close to 200 frames per second. The gameplay is smooth and super responsive, all while the game, again, looking as good as it can. Now, you will notice that I've got the render scale at 100%, and some of you may be saying, well, Force, it can go above that. Yes, but my monitor is only a 1080p monitor, and I did want to check for those of you who are going to be running on 4K monitors, what kind of performance you could get by bumping it up. So I did bump it up to 200 and I was still getting over 100 FPS. The frame rate is so very important, especially in a game like this. It makes the game more smooth and responsive, and frankly, in my opinion, I feel like it just makes me perform better. Specifically, I always feel like the increased smoothness helps with me getting headshots and just being able to aim more properly, if you will. Here's the thing, when it comes to me and PC gaming, part of the reason that I game on the PC is to play games at their maximum visual fidelity. And a lot of times what this ends up meaning is that you have to sacrifice performance. Like, yeah, I can max everything out, but maybe as a result, I'm only running the game at 50 frames per second. So it's really cool to see that with the GTX 1080, I can max everything out on the game that I'm playing the most often nowadays and be hitting well over 100 frames per second. I mean, that's huge for me. Again, I feel like it gives me a performance advantage. Now, I know some of you, though, don't really care about the visual side of things. All you care about is maxing out your performance. So I wanted to test what that would mean. I wanted to see, okay, if we don't care about the way the game looks, but want to get as much performance as we can out of this card, what's that going to look like? So I did a little bit of research into trying to find the best competitive settings for Overwatch, that which was used by a lot of pro players, in order to maximize their FPS as well as in-game visibility, because there's a lot of things like bloom and local fog detail and even environmental detail which make your visibility worse in the game. These are the settings that I ended up coming up with that a lot of professional players use, or something at least very close to this. And what I came up with using these settings was that I was able to consistently get over 300 FPS. Now, I don't know if that's a little bit gratuitous at this point. I feel as long as I'm at least hitting at around 120 frames, that's really good for a game like this. But you can just boost your FPS through the roof if you drop the visual fidelity, and I mean, that's crazy. Though at the end of the day, to me, like I said, I am someone who does care about the way the games look, because that's why I PC game. That's why we have all this like expensive hardware to try to see the games at their maximum potential, if you will. And now that we've got this card, once again, thanks to the folks over at NVIDIA, our Pascal GeForce GTX 1080, not only can I run in the highest graphical settings, but I can also get incredibly high frames. For me, that's absolutely fantastic. Smoother gameplay, more responsiveness that I have always felt like has made a difference in my performance and has made me play better. Because I'm sure a lot of you know there's nothing worse than having a terribly fluctuating frame rate or a low frame rate. That's about as bad as it gets, and that can ruin any gaming experience, whether you're on the PC or the console. So once again, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to the folks over at NVIDIA for sending this over. I want to once more thank you guys for making these sort of opportunities possible for me. I'm so very gracious that just there's been a lot of great stuff going on recently, and it really means a lot to me. So thank you all, and thank you for watching this video here today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Checking out the Pascal GeForce GTX 1080, running Overwatch on max settings, boosting well over 150, 160 FPS. That's pretty damn awesome if you ask me. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you later.